I felt inspired to do an impromptu vlog because I have a cool idea to share, which is not even my idea. It is my friend's speech framework. He goes by Mycelium Mage on Twitter, and basically I have found it extremely helpful for specifically uncovering like passive aggressive or manipulative patterns and turns of phrase. So when someone sends you a weird ass card or text or note and you're like, why does it feel like such weird vibes, like what is going on here, you can use this framework to be like, oh yeah, because they used all kinds of twisty words. And so how do you spot this? Okay, so first of all, there's kind of this idea of like you can like match your words to the emotions that are present. And part of this is basically like, I don't know, the basic version is like, hey, like if you're saying like I'm fine, but your like face is screwed up in pain, you're like I'm fine, you know, like this is not matching your words to your body language or the emotions present within you, and people can see that, and then you send confusing messages. So this is just like, listen to your body and say what your body is feeling, as opposed to trying to hide it by saying something that is obviously not totally what's happening, because your body is also communicating, and it's communicating something different. Okay, so there's that, and then we can get into the framework. So I'm giving like a really brief like spiel about this because I just got like struck by inspiration, and I'm saying this before I go to the climbing gym. But the idea is like you can see through there's like three main kinds of like speech patterns. The first one is like negation. So when someone's like, I want to go to the park, there's no negation there, and it's pretty like direct and straightforward. But if someone's like, I don't know what you want to do, but I'm gonna go to the park, now there's like a little bit of a twist there, and the twist is in negation, and the negation is words like don't, like not, do not, they're like negative words, but. And so in that phrase, I do not know what you want to do, but I want to go to the park, there's like a bunch of like negation words in there. So it's like almost like, another example is like, I don't know what everyone else is doing, and I don't care what you do, but like I'm gonna be over here doing this, like things like that. And then another example is the next speech pattern or phrase is you. So in that same phrase of I don't know what you want to do, like the you is like suddenly there's like a lot of energy packed in the you. Similarly, going back to the negation thing, like if you can rewrite your phrases so that they no longer have these like but or not and uns, like you will find a much more straightforward and direct communication pattern that basically says what's happening instead of like kind of twisting it and hiding it under what's not happening. And then for you, you is interesting because it's like a pointing motion, and you can imagine like I noticed in my writing that I was using you as a way to distance myself from my immediate experience. And sometimes you can use you as like literally saying like, you know, you, this other person, this object of my attention. And you can also use you in kind of like a lecturing, philosophizing manner, like a general you. And I found that when I started to talk in terms of like, oh, like you go about your day and you're feeling this way, and like And it's like a distancing. Like I'm like, instead of just being like I'm going about my day and getting my coffee, I'm like doing some kind of motion that is like a distancing move, and it just is a way of speaking that is not as direct and as immediately in touch with reality. Another thing that's happening with you is sort of like a pointed finger. So it's like you're basically like putting something on someone else, and that is a bit of an energetic and powerful move. And so someone might feel a certain way when you point at them and say, you are this way, you know? And so this is like another pattern to look at when you're like, why does this text feel so intense? It's because they're not, like, think about like a fight with a couple. Like, instead of saying things about like, I feel abandoned, I feel sad, I feel like really vulnerable or something like that, instead they'll say things like, you suck, you're wrong, you're always doing this. And this is like not that productive compared to using I. And then the last speech pattern is I, and it's basically like the core, like once you've uncovered all of the buts, nots, yous. Oh, one other thing on the you is like things that are in the past and present, or sorry, past and future tense. Like, I had done this, or like, I would do this, or I could, or whatever. Like that. These are also somewhat strange words, and often hide things that could otherwise be uncovered through a bit of investigation, to put you in more of like the current tense and directly what's happening in this current reality. And so basically once you uncover all of the buts, nots, uns, yous, shoulds, coulds, woulds, shoulda dones, whatever, then you finally get to the I. And the I statements are often, or like I don't know. Now when I say I statements, I think about like a certain kind of like elementary school workshop. But here it's like you uncover these statements that use I, like me as an object. And here it's like I feel sad. It's like extremely basic phrases. It's like, I feel sad, I am hurt, or like I see this, and I want that. And it's actually like an extremely straightforward and powerful and alive space, and this is like the most direct way to communicate, and so next time you get a text message that's putting you on blast, or you get like a weird card that says something like, I don't know, sorry you weren't here, but I can't say anything about that. Like, I don't know, it's like weird phrases like that. Then you can take a look at it and be like, oh, maybe it's analyzable through this framework, and maybe I can figure out what's going on here. And you can also analyze your own messages and words and be like, am I using like really confusing passive aggressive twisted phrasing that hide a lot of emotion, and it's basically because I'm not willing to just say my direct emotional experience out of a fear of vulnerability? Yeah, possible. And maybe something that is worth like looking at, because often it confuses people and leads to indirect communication. So, okay, bye.